Jameson, the jury deliberated for nearly 4 hours before finding 19-year-old Kendrick Morris guilty of breaking into a Claremont daycare 3 years ago and also raping a daycare worker at that very place. I could tell you that the victim was there. We are choosing not to show her or reveal who she is, but she was there throughout the trial. She was clearly relieved, and she also cried when she heard the jury's decision.
Of the charge.
The 19-year-old defendant, as he did throughout the trial, showed no emotion, even when a court clerk announced the jury's verdict.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count 3 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of sexual battery.
Earlier in the day, jurors watched this surveillance video showing a masked man forcing his way into the Children's Lighthouse daycare on June 28, 2007. State prosecutors believe that man is also 19-year-old Kendrick Morris. And in Thursday's closing statement, they asked jurors to find him guilty of raping a 62-year-old daycare worker that morning 3 years ago.
This is the rapist. Kendrick Morris, the defendant in this case.
Holding up a poster, Cinecor reminded the jury of a crime lab analyst's testimony that Morris's DNA has a 1 in 320 quadrillion chance of matching another African-American man's DNA. Detectives got DNA samples from the victim, but Morris's defense team argues that DNA was contaminated.
What you didn't hear, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the course of this case is how those items of evidence were handled before they got to FDLE. We know that they sat in people's cars several times. We don't know if they were handled with gloves. We don't know how those items went from the car to FDLE.
Kendrick Morris also has another trial at the end of the month, and that he is accused of raping and beating up a teenage girl at the Bloomingdale Library. His lawyers asked that sentencing for this case be put off until that trial is done. Live in downtown Tampa, Elizabeth Din, ABC Action News.